Raking ball across there, an opportunity perhaps. The flag's been raised though on Declan Taylor. He will do that all night long, the Lions fullback, and interested to see what the approach from the Nike. They're usually quite content just to knock the ball around the back, and I do think there's probably an element of trying to draw opposition teams upfield a little bit, open up a little bit of space behind them. Here's Kansas. He just pulled the trigger there trying to spring Noah Mees, who'd peeled off but couldn't quite find him. He's been in fine form to start this season, Noah Mees, already 5 goals. That's Kobe Kemp behind him. 5 goals and 6 assists in 4 games. Not a bad start to the year for Kobe Kemp. Let's turn over. There's a blast from range deflected there from Greg Downs and crosses Jackson Gardner, caught into action for the first time tonight. Just an outstanding performance from him 7 days earlier.
Options. That's a lovely ball towards Keenan Downs. Across the box, good save from Gardner, parrying it away.
Who will cover plenty of territory and really look to push up the pitch tonight in Adam Gorry and Keenan Downs, probably the 2 most attack-minded fullbacks in the league just about for mine, so they'll be key to their side's attacking setups this evening. Gardner had all these short options covered off there, so forced to go long over the head of Schmidt into the path now for Rowan.
Watch as well as Downs is looking for the run of Kobe Kemp, and he's just overhit it. He had the right idea there, Downs. Kemp was just peeling off the shoulders.
The Lions just lacking that crispness with that passing forward at the moment. They're just unable to link up with the likes of Taylor and Mees.
Towards centre back as Downs looks in that direction and fired into the Lions player, and that's collected him right in the back of the head. And we'll see the Lions training staff
obviously delivering them that league title. The breakthrough that's kind of disrupting Devonport's dominance, the only side that's been able to do so in recent years. Rocked up with one end, but don't need the Tassie Tucks tonight, as it turns out. Beautiful conditions as Tyler Harrison, the night skipper, knocks it back to Gardner.
Yeah, the woolen jacket's a bit much for me as well. There's Adam Gorry.
He gets the better of Ranton here. Mees is turned aside there by Jackson Gardner. As it's swung in deep. Not a goalwood, but straight there at Jackson Gardner as Hugh Sloot won the header. No trouble there for the Canadian. Hutchinson Taylor just gifts it straight back as he tried to spring Taylor there.
Gardner just about pinches that one up Harrison's feet there. It's Mearns. Just 2 people playing that Andrea Perlo-esque role for both sides here tonight as Gardner puts it forward towards Schmidt.
So Knights will again stay committed to the playing it out.
Never 100% know with the import players we get. It'll be hard to beat his goalkeeping performance of the season.
It'll take some beating if we do.
Seasons is
pretty tough ask, to be fair, to two of the better attackers in the state they lost.
Yeah, for those who don't know, one moved to NPL Victoria.
Interesting tactical battle developing. Greg Downs, the deepest of the Lions midfielders, sitting in front of the back.
Amongst themselves as Downs with the long range shot and comfortable chest mark for the Canadian. And rolls it out towards Adam Gorry. Keep the ball for a bit longer. This is more what we used to expect them to play under Sherman.
There's a definite intent to draw the Lions onto them to try and open that space up behind.
You can see between Schmidt and Zalakovsky there's a giant 30-metre gap in the middle part where there's no one. It's all really isolated on occasions, the Knights striker, particularly when Kingborough have those attacking set pieces or throw-ins. Zalakovsky's the only Knights player in about 40 yards.
He had 4 defenders to deal with there. It was never going to be easy for the big man. Often a thankless task playing that target man role. But it's a bit of a stalemate at the moment because, as I've mentioned, they seem intent to try and draw the Lions onto them. The Lions aren't overly keen on pushing up the pitch, so it's just got to lead to them sitting at the back at times as they loft one into the channel looking for Zalakovsky. Beats Downs to it. Downs chipping it over the top, trying to spring Declan Taylor. Jackson Gardner did it well. Picked out Nick Mearns too. Squares it up for Kansas. Kansas for Mees. Back now for Kobe Kemp. What a save by Gardner. The Canadian showing his...
in the box and goes straight towards Gardner. Downs was charging in in the centre of the goal.
It feels to me like one of those nights where there won't be a heap of chances, but the chances do arrive might be caught across the opening month for the Kingborough Lions. So I wouldn't quite go as far to say it's the irresistible force, the immovable object, but
This year, you obviously noticed the pitch and the lights, also the new fence behind the goal on the left-hand side. Knights continuing their theme of passing it between the defence, trying to draw the Lions forward.
Sanya calling for it in the middle now, and Gardner pulls the trigger, heads there. Getting back in the way was Downs, but it does eventually find its way to Sanya. Hess dispossessing any room. Probably should have produced a better ball there, the fullback. And a fairly aimless ball, easily swallowed up by Gardner.
Great call there from the keeper, Gardner. Lefties get the ball back on his penalty spot with the Canadian. There's Sanyo dropping deeper and deeper and lays it to Mearns, but Bratu stays onside to the keeper. Looking for Gorry. Ottman reading that one. Wants his keeper to come out, and between the two of them they eventually work it out.
Nick Mearns now takes over to the Darcy Street against South Hobart. It's going to be a big one, and always potential to drop points in that one. As Gardner untroubled. Roll it out to Adam Gorry. So we push towards the hour mark here, KG5.
They scored 10 minutes ago, keeping possession a lot more than we saw in the first half. That one turned over. The correct spot in front of that near post to cut off the angles. Mays was making a run towards the far stick.
I think you can beat our keeper from there on the right. It's been starved moments earlier. Jackson Gardner knows he can take as long as he likes it. The 1-0 scoreline. There'll be a no rush. Tyler Harrison launching it long. Trying to...
Gardner punches, acrobatically so, out near his penalty spot. He's not afraid to come off his ground. We're wondering why Declan Taylor wasn't played in. Well, that's why they had a good opportunity with...
But I did call Tyler Weed a Tiella for a year, so I've not got the greatest form.
A bit more pressure is Gardner, and clears it towards halfway. Over Vincent's head. Charged down by the stray elbow of Vincent.
Once more. Ranson. Come on, is the old 4-4-2. That's how you line up. As this one shifted across to Gorry, who's in plenty of space here. Again, they're finding some joy in wide areas, but just finding it a lot tougher to get anyone in the middle of the box with those crosses. Knights defence just protecting those high danger areas quite nicely.
On that occasion, Mees managing to get in behind. Problem is that Lions had 7 of their own players by the 10 yards.
Down, deflects pinballs around, and eventually it's hurry clear. Ever alert to the danger. He's on top of it. He's been a commanding presence back there once more tonight, the Canadian. Only really the one massive save of note. He's had to make a couple of stops, but ones you'd expect is Vincent Simon just getting to a bit of a shoving match off the ball there for a moment. Bit of force in there, but just pushing. Convincingly and blasted wide. And the chances continuing to mount here. That one, Zalakovsky. All into the bullseye. Long ball. Looking, Zalakovsky chipped forward by Richardson.
Mees with the clearest opportunities had all night. Close range, and Gardner.